Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So sounds cool equity hand. We have diamond, we have a club, so we can barrel easily on these. Check calling. The turn opens lots of draws, and the ace high board is one of these boards where it's pretty problematic because we cannot have many top pairs. And here with the queen, like the queen of clubs, make our opponent have make our opponent have less, make us less have queens, because simply we cannot have like queens with backdoors. So I don't mind calling once, but then I would definitely give up the river. I don't know his bluffing frequencies. Like here, he would need to triple barrel like crazy amount of jacks, tens, nines with one club. Mm-hmm. Okay. Little kicker, board pretty wettish, so I don't mind checking to protect our checking back range. Why no HUD? Because this is party poker. You do not have HUD on party poker. Okay, this hand actually sounds nice because we have lots of turns to bet. We have a heart, we have a 7, jack, queen, and we don't mind simply folding it. Okay, we were 15 BB deep, right? He didn't ISO shove king 5. This is also important info for us. 10, we do not block. We do like with a 10, we do not block like weak flush draws. I mean straight draws like 6, 7, 6, 8. Actually, I don't mind like going with it and barreling. Like 5, 7, like 5, 6. He still could have a deuce. We have a 10, so he has less hands like jack 10, queen 10, 10, 7 that would call definitely. Okay, one for CuAt. One zero. This is the first game. Okay. His first mid race, I believe. Okay, Weshero checked the flop. So I would say, obviously he could have a few fives, but maybe not too many. Definitely check calling the river versus min bet versus half pot. I think as well. Okay, he didn't bluff. I don't know if it's even possible to see the showdown. Ace 8. Okay. Ace-8, I think it's cool. This is interesting. Like when the board has so many draws, I don't mind sometimes increasing the sizing. Or maybe we are too shallow. No, if we were deeper, I would increase the sizing. Okay, paired board. Just 1 BB. Let's see how our opponent reacts. Ace-10, we are in position. There are not many overcards, so just flatting in position. Okay, 1-1. Okay, second min raise. Previously, he min raised Ace-8. Ace-8 offsuited, which I believe like pretty frequently should be used rather as a limp jam. Okay, this is interesting. One of the cool hands that actually we could use as a triple barrel. We have some equity like overcard, gut shot. On the other hand, we do not block flush draws, which would frequently go for call, and fold on the river. Just folding. With threes, I don't mind pot size betting. We can, we want to build the pot, right? King six, either shoving, especially that previously we saw that he been min raising his Ace-8. Okay, 20 BB plus. I think King 7 here we can just move to delay and bet. Okay, pretty. Okay, I don't mind increasing the sizing because pair plus flush draw or queen plus flush draw would frequently call. We'll see if he has some check raises, because if he has more check raises, I mean, if he is slow playing enough, then definitely like lower sizing should be the solution. Okay. Delay with higher sizing, and it's limped, but he didn't bet the flop. Now he is increasing the sizing. I mean, this is like, again, just matter of frequencies. Do we want to call or not? Like this, like the fact of having a 3 little like worries me a little. I think I'll be open shoving against Weshero. I think he might not be ISO shoving as much as much to simply limp, to justify limping king queen. We face a delay. I don't mind check calling. And this is interesting. I think this is one of these spots where I'll just bet 1 BB to fold his air cards that will not bluff frequently. Okay, if he's not ISO shoving as much as I think, then I need to limp Jack 7 suited. Check calling simply because I believe versus delay. I'm not sure if he would delay the 10. So I think his delay with higher sizing might be like lots of air cards that are weaker than 9, or not many jacks, maybe a queen, but not all of them. Okay, cool backdoor flush draw and backdoor straight draw. We are a bit too shallow to call the check raise, I believe. With Jack 7. Oh, and 10-4, awesome hand to triple barrel. We've got blocker to backdoor straight draw, 2 blockers to backdoor straight draws, 2 backdoor flush draws. And simply going for pot and a half and jamming river. There are lots of draws. Yeah, we don't know anything, but from what I played with Weshero like long time ago, I rather had feeling that he was more passive. Okay, he checked the flop, so in the checking range on this structure, there are more. Oh, he called with King Jack. Okay, I think I'm not sure if he should call actually. It's close. Okay, he checked twice. I mean, yeah, if he checked flop, I believe there are ace highs, there are queen highs, but he checked twice. Yeah. So if he's raising right now, I believe this might be just a slow play with king, or maybe not a queen. Maybe some flush draws, I don't know. And definitely, I think calling with third pair might be too wide. What are these diamonds? Two one for CuAt. Jump, jump, jump. Okay, ace, queen nine, queen nine, queen nine. I think our generally like our fold equity is so high that I'll just give up. I need to see him first calling wide. I haven't seen that before, so I think it's either ace, deuce, flush draw, or maybe a few king highs. But still, I don't want to triple barrel this structure, so I'll just give up. Okay, running good. How am I building my range of 20x? These are like worse suited cards and 50% of good suited cards. You will see. You can see. You have the you have it in charts for 15 plus. Or maybe even for elite, I'm not sure. It should be somewhere there. Okay, so we have double belly, right? 9 and 9, and the queen gives us a straight. I think our jack high still might be good, so I'm just calling. And definitely just checking, because simply still we have range disadvantage. Okay, so 3-1 for me. Unlucky, Mr. Weshero. Okay, topper weakest kicker on board with lots of flushes against passive guy. So I think here we can just stick to pot size bet instead of over betting. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Is it 4-1 or 3-1? Okay. Fourth one. Okay. So we got called on the turn. Interesting spot where I think if he checked the flop, called the turn, like we are so polarized that this is our best hand, like best hand to use as simply like jam. And also, I believe it could be. I mean, maybe he could be tilted that he is losing. I don't know. I just had a feeling that we could jam. I think if you look for the solution in solvers, you would have like different frequencies for playing on this river. There could be some overbets. There could be like pot size bets. I think like there will be all sizings, but I think like jamming would be frequent as well. Okay, we face a race again, and I think if he called the flop, checks twice, there are not many air cards, so I'll simply fold. We are deeper, so I don't mind calling the race, especially after betting 1BB. We have pretty cool odds to call. I'm definitely calling position. We are still ahead of some flush draws. Whoa, running good. Yep, 7-8. So he had an open ender. Yeah, good run, good run. Sorry, Mr. Weshero. Okay, so we face pot size delay. Still definitely calling the third pair. But I would fold to delay and bet because we have many kings that we would check call and check call. So we don't need to call like 10 deuce. Also, the problem with our kicker that if he has some bluffing range, I think he'd rather use some total no equity hands with a deuce. So this sucks. And this is interesting. We face bigger flop sizing, but with medium pair, this is one of the things that we were checking with Jackie today. That when the turn is undercard, and there were two cards above an 8, we could be simply continuing like close to all our range with just donk betting on the turn, and all depends on the raising range. Like the more draws someone raised, the more frequently we should like call once and see how it goes on the river. Because simply like here we have like the whole range of, but just folding king 8 on the river. But because still there could be some random 10x's, 6x's, and so on that bricked. So with the king 10, we could be easily folding because we have a 9, we should have straights, and so on and so on. Ace queen, I will just check call because this board hits him a lot. That's interesting that he bets 105. But I don't mind folding. I haven't seen him bluffing with little sizings, so I'll just fold. Okay, this is interesting. I'll just go for a delay. This will be like delay value bet. And definitely calling the race again. There are still many cards that we have beat. There are so many draws that could race and give up the river. I haven't seen air cards in another line, in different lines, so still he could have some draws in place like this. And he had Jack 6. Oh, that's a bit wide. Cool. Check, lots of draws. I'll just jump the turn. How much is it? It's still 4-1 or 5-1? Cool. Okay, 4-2. Buena suerte, jefe. Gracias, amigo, gracias. Check call dunk bet. Could be an 8. Could be a 9. Could be weak flush draw. Could be a weak 6. I think weak 6 is not a good dunk bet here. It's best of 11. So we are playing to 6 wins. These are half finals, right? Not semifinals. Check, check. Pretty rainbow board. And I really don't mind betting and barreling here. Like on board like this where there are no backdoors, if you like ever skip the c-bet, it's still pretty hard to call and then call versus battle. Unless the river is an ace, which is like the most frequent part of the range that would call. So I think this is like the terrible. He called the c-bet and now bets the river. Oh, no. Because because of answering questions, I forgot of the action. Okay. On third, I would barrel every river. I would barrel every river with 1/4 and see how he reacts with ace high. Okay, calling the check raise. 9 actually made him have way less trips. I mean, not 9, 8. So it looks like it's a flush draw or maybe a king high. We are so shallow that he shouldn't have any ace, so I don't mind betting in position here. Because he could call with a king, maybe he could level himself, call with the queen, and this is not a board where he would bluff. Okay, king 5. King 5, it would be better to have a diamond. Like 5 kind of sucks because we're blocking some of his draws, but still, I think it's worth putting the pressure to see how he reacts. There are still 6s and 8s that are problematic. We have some additional equity. So first triple barreling, and then if I see that he calls me light, I would adjust. Obviously, we don't have many matches, but I think like putting a pressure is what we need right now. Though ace queen, maybe I should just jam it pre-flop. Okay. So we are on the bubble, right? 5-2. Maybe I should just shove it, like shove every hand. This would be funny. No, come on. 1/3. And we've got it, guys. GG. Oh, we always 20 chips, chip and churn. Oh, similar spot. We've got 9 high. We've got 9. Oh, not yet, guys. Jinxed. No, you see, it's not yet. It's not over yet. Come on, chip and churn. Chip and churn. And like, oh, such a tight fold. I mean, tight fold, like correct fold. Diamond. Okay, we got it, guys. GG Weshero. Sure, just ask me how much it is. Okay. Right, 6D. You didn't lie to me. Hmm. 5-3. So we need to win that one. Okay, so he checked the flop and he delayed, and there should not be, he shouldn't have an ace in his delaying range. So he's representing either a weak queen or he's merging his range and betting like that with a good jack. So I think calling twice is definitely cool. Okay, I'll limp because it's end of the match, so he might be either shoving wider than usually. Just to make the double tap. Double tap. Okay, guys. GG Weshero. So